time for our top 10, but of course, that happens later on. But right now, we are live on Facebook and we have very special guests in the RX booth.
Yes, we do. We have the Misters of Filipinas. Hello, guys. How are you doing today?
My gosh, like if we were a pizza, we would be like a testosterone pizza right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 winners, title holders who will be competing internationally. So without further ado, let's meet all of them one by one. So you have your one mic. Is there no like
we have
oh, there
oh,
we have
right
a passable mic. So let's talk to our guests for today. So first up, we have Kenneth Marcelino, Mr. Pilipinas Cosmopolitan, and Mr. Playtime Philippines. Hello. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Oh, okay. Can we hear Kenneth? Can you say?
Hello. Yes.
Parang wala. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, wait a minute. Getting there. Okay.
Yes, while we do that, let's say hi to a few people. The microphone isn't working. If ever
Hello?
we use
Hello?
this one. Is it working? Can you hear them?
We look so proper.
Test.
Oh, there. We can hear
Okay.
this.
So we can hear me.
We can hear
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so Kenneth can.
Okay, so while we wait for that microphone to get working, let's say hi to a few people. Hi to Emerson. Hi to Carl. Thanks for tuning in. Hector. Hello and good morning. Hazel, Chico, Markki. Well, Hazel isn't here today. Hi to MJ and Juice Blank, who sends us the new Superman trailer, which we were talking about a while ago.
Okay,
And,
we got it.
We got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
There you
There
go.
you
That's
go.
better. So hello, Kenneth. So why do you have 2 titles?
I don't know, but I think the Mr. Playtime is just wonderful award for me.
Oh, okay.
And yet the Mr. Cosmopolitan is a title that I will compete and represent the Philippines to international.
Okay, so that's the one that you're actually competing for,
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Filipinas Cosmopolitan. And
Yes.
Mr. Playtime is just more like a title.
Yes. Another award. Yes. A
It's an
wonderful
award.
award. Yes.
Okay. So that's Kenneth for you. Next, we have Maiko Toledo, Mr. Filipinas Man of the Year.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. So nice to be here.
Hello, welcome. Okay, so in your case, do you have an idea of when you're going to compete?
They just gave me a ballpark estimation, which would be in October, November this year.
Okay, so you have time.
Time to prepare.
Yeah.
We also have Kit Cortez, the first ever Mr. Pilipinas Eco International.
Yeah, that's me. Hello, good morning, guys. Happy to be here. Yeah.
So how do you feel na like first ever Mr. Pilipinas Eco
Well, yeah,
International?
it puts you, or it gives a significant amount of pressure being the first one. And at the same time, I think if you've heard about Alexi Brooks, she's like
Yes.
the female version of me.
Oh,
And she won the title.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's a pressure.
Okay, wait. Does that but usually like the if there's like a female and a male version of the pageant,
Mhm.
it happens at the same time. So this time around, it doesn't.
Well, yeah, usually, but I'm not sure if it's the same case with Mr. Eco. because it's the first one, so-
first one
Yeah.
ever.
And Miss Eco was held in Egypt, so I don't know where my pageant is going to be held.
Oh, so they haven't given.
And they haven't given
Oh.
any
location yet.
details
Wow,
yet. So
Egypt.
hopefully it's in
I would
Egypt.
love to go
Yeah.
to Egypt.
Yeah, me too.
Beautiful. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a dream
That
for a
would be
lot of
so-
us, right?
I'm pretty sure meron
is.
kayong like photo op at the pyramids or something.
Yeah, in a tour.
That
hopefully a
would be
tour.
amazing.
Yeah, hopefully you get to go there, right?
Yeah.
And we also have Kirk Bondad, of course, Mr. Pilipinas International.
Correct. That is me.
No stranger to international competitions of all sorts.
True.
So having joined other competitions, like is it easier or do you feel like parang it's still like your first time, as if it were your first
No,
time?
with everything that you do, the more you immerse yourself in a certain community or in a profession, the more confident you feel going in.
Yeah.
So hopefully I will take all my experiences and use it for my own advantage.
And,
I
and
mean,
how does it feel? Because like you also do like fights, right? So when you join pageants, it's like love and peace and world peace, and then suddenly the next moment you're beating somebody up in the ring. How do you reconcile the two?
well, I feel like the duality makes things very interesting.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say like, oh yeah, when you do boxing, like, aren't you aware of your face? I'm like, yeah, of course. it makes you hyper aware of your fight.
Yeah.
So you have to be super dialed in. But I feel like you need to be a little bit crazy to enjoy that. And I feel like this craziness keeps me grounded when it comes
So
to
so
the
you
glamour
really like
industry.
know how to dodge.
You have to. My face and my body is
Like-
super important.
Like hit
asset.
me anywhere except the face.
No, hit me. Try to hit me.
Oh.
Actually, you want to do a whole sparring session with all the boys. It's just very hard for us to. Actually, this guy, Jethro here,
everyone's
is
like,
also
"Oh."
having his first fight in this year. And Michael is also already a boxer. So, we.
Just
Oh,
watch,
that's such a strange combination. Like fighters and at the same time.
just watch
world
that
peace.
face, right? Watch that
just
face.
channeling
Watch that.
positive masculinity. I feel like this is very healthy.
That's right.
It's like
Okay.
the Greeks, the Olympics.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what they did, right?
Yeah.
And as you were saying, 10,000 hours. You need that 10,000 hours to get reach that peak
That kind
form
of
in
Be a
terms of
master.
either boxing or pageantry, right?
And we also have Raven Lansangan, Manhunt International Male Supermodel Philippines. I think you have the longest title.
Yeah, I have the longest title and the last one to compete.
Next year, ka pa, no?
Yeah, next year.
Oh, next year. Okay. That's how it usually works. Di ba? Parang iba-ibang schedule naman yan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they try to compete all
put
at
the
same time.
pageants at the same time,
Right.
right? They're all at different moments.
And finally, we have Jether Palomo, Mr. Pilipinas Global.
Sir, that is me, Mr. Global, Philippines. Hopefully, Mr. Global. Before we say, Amen. Back to back.
Oh, like the one who joined this year,
Yes.
last year.
Dom Correlia is.
Won.
He represented Philippines last year, and then he competed. He won, and I'm hoping to do the same exact
Back
thing.
to back.
And I will be
The second.
Hopefully, fingers
That-
crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? This is like a very new thing. Like throughout the years, Filipinos have been big fans of pageants, but more like the female,
The female
pageants, right?
pageantry, right?
So male pageantry, the kings, it's pretty much a new thing, and now we have so many international.
and it's nuts because last year the
It's
men
nuts?
actually nuts. It's hazelnuts.
it's not
Last year, the men actually did better than the women, aggregately.
Oh,
I mean, in terms of placements,
yeah.
right? So most of the international pageant winners last year were able to take home crowns or placements, compared to the female counterparts.
True.
So I mean, I guess it's the time
It's
for,
on its way up.
for the nuts.
Yeah.
Right.
It's also important to realize that the females, it's still a different level of.
I know,
competition.
but
yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you compete in a female competition for like I don't know, there's some competition. There are like 120 competitors. So if you place
Oh.
in the top 30, that is like top 20, 25 percentile.
It's true. But okay, so let's talk about the pageant first. The local one, the local pageant. What was the hardest? Most difficult? What was the most difficult thing? What was the most difficult aspect for you? Because this is a new thing, right? This is a new thing. So what
I
was
tell
what
you.
was the hardest thing about competing in a male pageant? Like, was it the physical part? Was it the going in front of people part? Was it like Q&A? Like, what was it? Yeah, anyone can answer.
What's the hardest part? Pageantry.
For me, specifically, the hardest part is when we compete. My mother is having a major surgery
Oh no.
Oh no!
during our
Okay.
closed door interview. Then I don't know what to do, and I am puzzled. What's the result of the operation? Then also in the coronation, she's having that major
My
surgery.
gosh!
Oh,
Oh, it's so
no.
hard to
That's
focus.
tough.
Yeah. On the finals night.
Finals night
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
That's so
Okay.
hard.
I think that's the hardest
to
part
do
for me.
to do a show or to
Yeah.
do anything, especially compete while there's something happening at home
Yeah.
is tough.
It reminds me of the whole because we watch PBB when when one of the housemates' dogs died while she was inside,
Oh,
and I'm
that was
I'm
horrible.
such a
How did
fur
she know?
parent, and they
They let her
allowed
go.
her to say goodbye
Pero
for a
nakalabas
few-
siya, di ba?
for a
She
bit
was
lang,
able
for a
to
bit.
leave for a bit.
And I was like, because my goodness, my baby, I have 5 dogs and 5 cats, and I can't imagine doing something else when something like that happens. So I can imagine, this is your mom. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that must have been
That must have
difficult.
been
What about
hard.
you, the others? Anyone can. You don't have to all answer, but the ones who might have an answer now. Did you struggle with any specific part of the local pageant?
Well, for me, actually, I had the most fun, meeting these guys, getting to bond with these guys. Most difficult part, I think for me was keeping on schedule because we have activities. And
Parang
at the same time,
nonstop.
we have so nonstop.
Non-stop.
And at the same time, we are doing something on the side. Like for me, I'm hosting, and these guys are modeling at the same time. This one is studying, so he has to navigate through his schedule and at the same time join the
Oh my
pageant,
gosh.
join the activities. So yeah, the schedule.
Oh, sige,
That's the hard
you know
part.
what? You strike me even off air. I could see that you guys like really get along.
Yeah, we do.
You do, you do.
We
It's
really
like
do,
it's like
yeah.
you're like just college friends, like
Yeah.
hanging out. So when like we've interviewed a couple of queens, and and we've heard of stories where sometimes people get really catty and all that.
Yeah, we had Pia and Catriona.
Yeah,
Right.
and they were a bit, they were a bit catty, and there are moments. So would you say that male pageants are different? That it's more like, hey, bro, like.
Can you define what caddy means?
Let's start with that.
Let's just say that there's some attitude going on between. So is there that kind of drama in male pageants as well?
I think we broke the barrier the first day, like joking really hard, really not pageant like.
Oh, that bonded you guys.
I feel like man friendships are built more around bantering, sarcasm,
Yeah.
and in that regard, we just get along very quickly.
Yeah.
And I feel like the faster we did that, it was also benefiting for all of us because
So there's not so much of the whole.
we were super supportive of each other.
Oh, that's
Like
nice.
backstage, I was asking people
That's
like, can I
nice.
fix, my bow tie? Like we really supported each other with like. in a lot
But
of
what about
aspects.
because is it just you who've experienced international competition? Okay, so like what about like with the other countries? Is it also the same,
How
or
are
is
they
it
with the
more
other
like
countries?
just the Filipinos?
Exactly.
Was there some sort of like the tension?
Yeah, for
or-
sure. There's
Oh really? Meron pa rin.
it's like attention for the other countries. But at the end of the day, we got this bond together, and it's really different here in the Philippines rather than competing international because, yeah, we have all the same bloodline and
That's true.
Yeah. And you're like
Filipino,
kapamilya, di ba?
yeah, kapamilya.
Or kapuso,
Filipino pageants
whatever
are the
that you believe
best.
in.
Would you the ones who have done international pageants? Would you say that you still have friends from your?
Yeah, we have
from the other countries.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Still in contact with them.
Still in
Yeah, we're still
contact with
contact with
them. Oh, that's
Actually,
that's
might
nice.
meet them this year.
It's always good to have a little bit of connection from all over the world.
It's
right?
very surreal if you do a pageant like this, and especially internationally, because everybody is just being put together because of this one big event, and what you experience there is so abnormal to your everyday life
Yeah.
that it's very hard for other people to relate to that day-to-day life.
Yeah.
So the experience and the bonding that you do with those teammates, I know this sounds a little bit extreme. I don't want to put it on the same level, but it's same if you being deployed as an army ranger into
Yeah.
I don't know, into a war zone. It's very it's very special.
Yeah.
So all the experiences that you have with these guys, that is special. So you keep that dear to your heart.
It's a camaraderie.
That's true.
It's a very short time, but it's like very intense because you see them every morning, every lunch, every evening, and you do everything in between.
I guess it's the same as any competition, any like reality show. If you're in a singing competition or a PBB kind of setup, for sure you're like bonded for life because you experience the same thing together.
That's true.
Pretty much.
But
Right.
yun nga, that's the thing. You guys are headlining different international competitions. My question would be like, kasi di ba like even in the female pageants, there are different pegs per
Like branding.
competition. Like kunyari, like if you want, they say parang pag Miss Universe, you're looking for like more parang queenly and
Grace.
and they say the more morena contestants are sent. Pag international, it's more of the mestiza ones, and then if it's the Kengkoy ones, it's like Miss Grand, that kind of
Miss
thing.
Earth, yung mga
Miss Earth, yung mga
matatalino,
Miss Earth, yung mga merong
eco-friendly, eco.
Oo, dapat yung merong mga like very strong advocacies. Is it the same? Like, do you know like what your specific pageants are looking for in terms of
I honestly, I don't know if I could speak for everyone on this. I think for each of our individual pageants, especially his, where he's like the first gen of it, I think they're just looking for the complete man. Whatever that means for Mr. International, Mr. Global, Manhunt. I think the peg changes every year,
Yeah.
so it isn't necessarily a exact prototype, even
Mhm.
though people like to speculate that. If that was the case, almost all of them would look the same. And I think we've seen through each year, through everyone's pageants, that everyone really does look different.
Right.
Obviously, for me, Mr. Global, me and Dom have some similarities, but I plan to just try to do my best to set my own standard. I think we all are trying to set our own standards because we don't want to be like the past winner. We just want to be ourselves.
You think it's harder for because you're unique because you're coming off of you know us winning.
Yeah.
Like, would you say that it's extra difficult because there's the whole like, are they going to make Philippines win again? Because Philippines just won. Is there extra pressure on you?
I would say yes and no. I think right now in my life, like my personal life, I'm just trying to graduate college.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like
One step at a time.
yeah, one step at a time. But I think with this coming competition, the pressure, I've always said pressure is privilege, right? I wouldn't be appointed this title or given this title if they knew that I couldn't handle it. So I want to be able to set that standard of what it means to be Mr. Global, and I want to do it better than Dom. Yeah.
Okay, so
There's actually a
sige,
question
go.
here.
Yes.
Emerson Pedria asks, wala bang sabotahe sa mga competition para lang matalo kayo? Are there sabotage not by other contestants, but maybe by, let's say, one of the heads or people?
Oh, I wish I can say so much right now.
So far, for my experience, there's nothing
Nothing
like that.
like that. But yeah, sabotage is something that they
No, because
say
I remember that.
freely.
Remember that popular case?
Yeah.
There was this one pero international pageant, like a girl who said that somebody put something in her dress, like something itchy or something. Tapos biglang, and so everyone was like doing a witch hunt, like who would do that? She's terrible. So they found out she put it, just so that. Yeah, we did news on that before. I forgot what pageant, and then they discovered that she was the one who put in her own dress to put the other girls in a bad
In a
light.
bad
I was
light.
like, my
Oh
gosh,
that's
so much
horrible.
drama.
Hey, listen,
So
whatever
much
it takes to
drama.
win sometimes,
I want to say
right?
something. I wanna say something.
I mean, we're open to blind items in this show
As long as we don't name names.
as long as we
Yeah.
don't name
No,
names.
I just want to. I'm coming from an educational standpoint. and
Okay.
I think it's very important for everybody who is listening right now, especially for people who are fans of the pageant community, that you have to understand that pageants as an operation is still a business.
Mhm.
And with any
Oh.
business, the people who are in charge of it, they need to make smart business decisions. Because if it would be only for the fact that everybody who wins is the best contender based on metrics,
Mhm.
maybe there would be different winners. But there's a lot of things going on behind those decisions when it comes also, for example, to contracts, when
Mm.
it comes to certain legalities, that a lot of people, they will never know about it. That's like in the closed door interviews or whatever that happens. So you have to really understand that when you join a pageant, it's so volatile, you can never predict where you will place for the
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
because even if you do
That is true.
100% of your maximum, then you max it out your potential, it doesn't really mean anything. And if you don't get the title, it doesn't mean that you are like a bad person. It's not meant for you.
And it's sometimes very subjective, right?
It's super subjective.
They have
it's a beauty pageant.
their own perceptions. It's not like a sports competition wherein you follow time, you follow
Numbers.
weights, numbers. There's no numbers really. It's more numbers from their head based on what you did. So it is subjective.
Do you feel like now that you've won and you are title holders, do you feel extra pressure na outside of mga guestings, like when you just go to the supermarket, do you feel the need to be like extra fixed up, or do you still go out in like shorts and like t-shirts? Yeah, kunyari bibili lang kayo ng suka sa kanto or something. Like, do you feel like, nako, baka makita ako ng mga tao and I don't look my best.
the part,
I
right?
don't look the part. You
gotta
have that
always-
pressure to always look good.
I definitely feel like there's this like little wall that happens where it's like there's this reality that we are all of us here have a certain title, but then there's the other side of the wall where we're just also humans too.
Yeah.
I think people may see online that we were like glitz and glamour, where we have all these titles, we're in like fancy suits, but I don't know. It was weird because after the day after our finals, I had to go to school the next day, and then like reality set in, and I was like, oh yeah,
I'm back.
I'm back. And I think we all hit that going home. It's like you have to celebrate, but reality hits back in. So I don't know. For me, I don't see like that huge thing where it's like I am the king of SM. I will be bowed upon. No, it's just more like I'm just gonna walk in shorts. Yeah.
You can tell your professor, don't you know who I am? I'm Mr. Global.
Oh wait. Okay. Well, there's a little funny story about that. At my school, there's a security there, right? And it was new security, and then they were asking, "Oh, are you a student?" Because I don't necessarily look like your average college student, and so they're like, "Are you a student? Can you prove it?" And I was like, "Yeah." I grabbed a poster of my school and I point at my face. That's me, and the security guard says, "Oh, sorry about that, sir." And that was like a kind of cool moment after. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this question because we were talking about a little like the superficial side of things, right? There's a question from Mitsuki. Any skincare tips the gentleman can give us so we can come one bath closer to how they look?
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
That's a good one.
This is
Skincare
very
tips.
personal. Guys, skincare, yes, products help, but honestly, the most bang for the buck you get is through your lifestyle. And it sounds so cliche, but if you just hydrate yourself, eat clean food, just stay away from all the gibberish. What is gibberish food? You know what gibberish is. You're an adult. If you hydrate, whole foods, sleep well, and you wash your bloody beds, you have so much progress. And it sounds cliche, but I'm giving you value here. So just drink your water in the
Drink your
morning.
water.
So, is it safe to assume that if all of our listeners drink a lot of water, when they sleep tonight, they will wake up
And look
looking
like
like
your
Kirk
twin.
Bondad?
I will say this. Kirk is 100% right. He's also a coach. Just gonna put that out there for him. But
You, bro.
yes. But realistically speaking, it's about habits, like what Kirk said. It becomes this lifestyle that you want to intertwine with who you are. And then if like, you take the right steps, which is drinking water, eating right, then eventually, yeah, maybe you'll be better than you were before. And I think that's what's important.
There's one supplement that you can take that might help you because it's potent antioxidants and cellular regrowth is very good for your skin, and it's called NAC. I take 1,200 milligrams every evening. That is the banger. It gives you a glow. That's very specific.
Oh.
NAC. Take it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just
What's
a
this?
secret.
I don't get this. Lilo Boy says, I go yung circumference test via kuko sa thumb.
What?
Ano yun?
What?
What's the circumference test?
Circumference.
On
Chill
your
out.
thumb.
Chill out.
No, I guess they're trying to figure out how big your thumb is.
Why is that a code for how big your?
No, our rushers are very big.
No, because there's some root.
What? Yeah. Circumference test via kuko sa thumb.
Ano yun?
No,
Lilo Boy,
no,
can you
I
let
think
us
we did
know?
that before. I think we did
Ginawa
that
ba
before, but I
natin yun?
forgot. Yeah.
Yung
Oh, sige, while they tell us what it is, here's another one. Here's another. You can answer it if you want. You can skip if you want. John Paulo Valdez was asking, can we know who your celebrity crushes are?
Oh, that's a good one.
Good morning to everyone, and good morning to Chelsea Fernandez.
Ay.
Somebody was asking earlier about that.
Yeah. Do you guys want to pull up the question really quick about her? But yeah, that is my celebrity crush.
Why is she your crush?
Why is she my crush?
When did it start?
When did it start? I think it started all the way back in Arete, Tagaytay. I saw her there. We connected there. We had a little photo shoot together.
What do you mean you connected?
We connected. We had this opportunity to take a photo shoot together, and when we did, I was just kind of like captivated by the way she looks.
Oh my gosh, it's a
Yeah.
profession of love.
Yeah.
No, because see, Patrick was saying, ask Jether about Chelsea. We
Patrick
ship
was
them.
asking. See?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Hashtag Jetsy.
You have a Jetsy.
Yes, that's our ship name together. I can't wait to see all the edits of me talking about this.
Jetsy. Or what about Chelther?
Chelther. That was also the second one. Yes.
Take Chelther.
Chelther. Jetsy.
Chico, do you also want to see the edits of what
Yeah.
they were saying?
What?
They were saying, I want to see all of the edits of
Of
what they were
their
talking with
reels.
Chelsea. Oh.
Of their reels.
Yep. Can't wait to see this. Yeah, we have a couple fan pages out there. That you can hashtag Bagay.
Oh,
Yes, yes, yes.
And let's hear from Rios now. Sabi ni Rock.
What about the others?
Oh, you guys.
Any
I hope you're doing good, Chelsea.
No. Chelsea lang.
Am I like weird to say I don't have a celebrity crush? I'm gonna do,
I totally agree with you. I don't have a
I
celebrity
don't
crush
know.
as well.
Like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, really?
You just arrived.
Oh, we're not gonna open this.
Oh.
Listen, sometimes it's better not to date in the industry. It is.
I disagree.
We have an exception here.
Fully disagree with that statement. I feel like if it's meant to be, it's meant to
If
be.
it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
There you
But
go.
Okay, so
sometimes, like the egos get in the way, right? When it's dating within the industry. Sometimes dating someone.
Oh,
Yeah, personal
goodness.
experience. Oh, I am the interviewer today.
Oh, so guys, speaking of interview, one of the most awaited in any pageant, male or female, is the Q&A. So, obviously you guys are going to be training, there's physical training, there's personality training for the walk, and there's training for the Q&A. So let's play a little game.
Okay.
We have questions for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Choose a number between 1 to 6. 4. Okay.
Chinese death number, right?
Yeah, because the character. Okay, so number 4. If you could have an extra body part, which body part would you choose and why?
That is the easiest question.
And where would you put it?
That is, I don't know why you are laughing, dude. A second brain.
Oh,
A second brain.
Can you imagine have a second brain? Like just the sheer amount of brain volume that you can do every single day. You can game on one side and can learn another language on the right side.
Where would you put it though?
Where I put it?
Where would you put your second brain?
Because if you put it there, you'll have an extra big head.
you have a huge head.
Wait,
If
which?
you-
But we're 90% water, so I feel like that would be just more condensed together.
Oh.
So, like,
So I
Push
wouldn't look
together.
like Megamind. I would just like
yeah,
I would be-
think Megamind.
I would be like coding. I would be doing stuff. I would world domination in like 42 hours.
Or you can just have 2 extra brains and put them as a BBL.
I mean, that's why we go to the gym.
Oh, but you can't sit on your brain. Extra brain.
Extra brain.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Philippines. Now next. So wala nang number 4. 1 to 6.
Choose number 1.
Number 1. Okay, but parang wala na namang sound yung mic.
Wala naman sound. Use this
Okay.
mic muna.
Number 1. If you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, which would it be and why?
I could any food. Okay. For the
Just
rest-
one. Just
just
one. You
one.
can't change it anymore for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'd probably choose chocolate, dark chocolate
Oh
specifically.
my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a
forever.
huge dark chocolate fan. I know it's like it can be super romantic. Hoping to use that on my date with Chelsea. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it always goes back to Chelsea. It always goes back to Chelsea. Oh my gosh.
That would be the food I choose. Yeah.
I wonder if Chelsea will watch you when you compete.
Why not white chocolate? No, it's something about the bitterness, the sweet, like salty.
That's true though.
Yes.
I love dark chocolate.
Because once you go black,
That's gotta be.
We're talking about chocolate, and we're talking about coffee too. I don't know if you're into like
coffee,
black
coffee.
coffee. It's the best, and it's like no calorie.
True.
Okay. So
Okay.
who's next? Who wants to go next?
Number 2.
Number 2. Ito medyo, this is a little serious. If you are given a chance to change one decision in your life, which decision would you alter?
I think I wouldn't change any decision that I made because it has led me to here, and I'm very proud of my achievements right now. And I do believe that everything happens for a reason. So yeah, I wouldn't change one bit.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like a finals kind of answer. Okay. Next.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sige, so si Kenneth. Ano na lang? 3, 5, or 6?
That's 6.
6.
Yes.
Let's say you could only be one for the rest of your life. Would you rather be good looking or rich?
Okay. Want to be rich because yes, lahat naman tayo is gusto maging rich,
Same.
and pag rich ka na, you can be a good looking, not just physically, but you can buy clothes, you can wear jewelries, or you can buy luxury cars and your bags, and you can also treat your mom, dad, and your
that's
siblings, yes, and your friends. So I want to be rich and travel the world. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Good.
you're like super ugly? Like we're talking about like what's the hint?
Oo nga, no. If, I'd still choose rich.
I still choose to be rich.
Yourself in the mirror and you're like, ah.
If I'm that super ugly and I'm also that super rich, so I can be a king or what
Like,
to
who cares?
anyone. Yeah, who cares, diba?
Exactly.
I have a temple. I have a palace.
Don't worry about it
Yes.
anymore.
You know what?
I have a courage.
You can pay people to tell you you're handsome,
Yes.
but if you're not,
And you can have anyone you want to.
Yes. Yes.
Technically, I mean anyone who's
I
into-
can buy.
into
I
money.
can buy all of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Club.
this entire bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can buy you and your friends.
Your friends at this bar.
I can buy you right now.
siya pala yung mega mind. No, I'm gonna buy all of you. All right, so 2 more. 3 and 5. 3 and 5.
3.
3.
Yeah.
If a UFO abducted you and you were asked for one reason why they shouldn't blow the earth to smithereens, what would you say?
I think I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna do something about them. Like
Oh.
all of us Filipinos are known for being hospitable, so I'm going to give them the hospitality that they need. And because bro,
will get slayed.
bro, no.
So
Hear me out. Bro, first of all, I don't know what's their language, bro. So how can I say anything? So
And
I'm
what if
just
may
gonna do
translator
something.
sila? May
Oh,
translator
translator.
sila.
Then
They
I'm gonna
can-
say something.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
clean
Yeah.
the I don't know the rubbish. It's like, oh my gosh, these
Yeah, they're saying
These
like,
people-
you guys are just destroying the earth, you know? So like, let me just blow the entire thing up.
What if, for example, they say, okay, so we're going to destroy planet Earth, but we won't do it if you come with us and stay with us for the rest of
Yeah, I take one for the
You
team.
take one for the team.
Take one for the team. Yeah.
even not knowing what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Even
Or
uh,
how about
I'm still
this?
gonna say
You and your entire family and these guys.
Oh,
these guys.
come on, man. Be smart.
Sabi niya siguro, ako na lang.
No, I'm still gonna choose myself just to bring them there because can I give you a quick story about
Okay.
Okay.
my first ambition is to be a servant, like to serve in the army.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Navy SEAL
Okay.
then. So basically, that's the reason. I think at the back of my mind, I already know that if some alien going to abduct them, I'm gonna sacrifice myself.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Very, very
Takes the phone
soldier
first.
mentality. Yeah.
Take that.
Very Sabrina Carpenter, SZA, all
Right?
the aliens.
Oh, sige,
Bro.
so, I guess one last question. You have no choice because it's been chosen
Yeah.
for you.
What number is that? 3.
Number 5.
Number 5. All right.
If you could be invisible for a day,
Yo.
what would you do?
Oh
Would you
no.
do something sleazy? Would you do something noble?
Would you check the lotto results?
Yo, being invisible for a day. Why does the hardest question falls on me?
Yeah, I mean, look, nobody can see you. What would you do? How would you spend your 24 hours as an invisible?
Being invisible?
Guy.
Oh no. It's hard. That's a thinker. That's a thinker right there. Can you guys help me with that?
Yeah, I would push.
Because my instinct is not saying a very good thing.
Hey, that's
You'll be-
perfect because the show is not a very good
Yeah.
show.
Alam ko na iniisip mo.
Oh.
Alam ko na iniisip mo eh.
Can you help me with that?
Yeah, of
Seriously,
course, I would
Nido.
just-
Yeah, go ahead.
And
I would-
call a friend.
I just push people around, but like gently.
Gently.
Yeah, it's like whoop, and they're like, yeah. It's like, and I just would in the ear. Multo. I would see them like a
Yo,
really.
that never crossed my mind. That simple? Nah, it didn't
It's
cross my mind.
non-hostile. It's just like you're
It's
like
just
they're
fun.
Wait.
Okay,
Can I
this is
fun.
fun.
Oh, sige.
Or maybe he can go to planes and travel the Philippines for
Oh, yeah.
for 24 hours.
Oh, that's true though. Kung merong free seat. If not, nakatayo ka during
Pwede
the flight.
nakatayo na lang siya.
Ang hirap nun ah.
Tabihan niya yung piloto para mas maganda experience.
Or bubo ka sa laboratory, di ba? Sa CR.
Oo.
Labor-
Ano gagawin mo doon? Kung upuan ka, habang nakaupo ka doon.
Yeah, what are you gonna do there, Markki? Let's start with that.
Like if you're seated and somebody sits on you,
Why do you need to hide?
Why not just in the cockpit? That's so much cooler.
Oh, pwede din sa cockpit.
Pwede rin.
There's always an extra seat at the back of the aircraft.
that's
Yeah,
true.
basically I'm a flight attendant, so I know. At
No,
the back, yeah.
basically you are.
Yeah, I'm a flight attendant.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
Yeah,
that.
di ba
Right
yung
now,
mga
I'm on a
jump
leave, bro,
seat?
so that's basically. When I come back, I don't know yet.
Oo, yung mga jump seat, yung mga jump seat. Okay.
Thank you
So
very much. I hope that answered your question.
here's the next step. Now that you're already winners for the local pageant, how do you plan to prepare? Ano ba yung mga like what are you really like focusing on in terms of is it like more the physical? Is it more like Q&A?
By the way, we wanna shout out to Kenneth. He's our Mr. Supranational.
Oh, yeah.
He's fortunately he has scheduled today. He's I think like a TV guesting right now.
Oh, okay.
And it would be perfect for him to answer this question because he is already competing in July, like in 2 months.
Oh, already he has
Yeah,
the
so
shortest
that's- Oh, wow.
period,
It is.
training
Oh,
period.
so that's why he's
Yeah.
like probably training now.
He is.
Yeah.
So he's
Very
super
occupied.
locked in. He has zero rest. So shout out to him.
But sometimes that's great, no? If you have zero rest because you go straight from one to the next. So you're warm.
It's
like-
done for him in less than 3
Yeah.
months. And it's
Oh,
like for
wow.
us, we're like still, oh my gosh, there's this
You
big
still have to
event coming.
diet, you still have to like focus on whatever it is you need to do.
I think when it comes to the preparation,
Yeah. How do you what
like,
are you training for?
how about this? I will be very specific with my training wise. I think a lot of people, you have to realize, like, especially building muscle, let's be specific about that.
He's a coach.
Thank you. Yes, I'm a coach, a really good coach. It is important for you to understand that when you are on stage, this is the product of you sacrificing and disciplining yourself for months, maybe even years on. Because it's such a difficult progress to build muscle, especially because we cannot be like traditionally bulking up. We still need to be representative in terms of our body fat percentage because we have projects going on. So of us, and we exist in this limbo state where yes, we are still very lean enough, but it's not very optimal for muscle growth. So we really have to push hard, and we really exist on that outer end of spectrum when it comes to eating your protein, getting enough sleep, training really hard and smart. So it's just an accumulation when it comes to you being on stage, because on that stage, when it comes on that spot, you were there for a minute, 2
Yeah,
minutes.
it's
Exactly.
But these 60, 120 seconds, they really matter what you did every single day for the past months.
That is
And you just really have to visualize that day in, day out, that this day will come. And you don't want to feel like you messed up. You want to feel like, yes, you did everything in your power to represent your nation, yourself in the most Chinese light. And this is what you have to do. And there's no other way around. There's no shortcut.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what everyone will remember. Those few
Exactly.
seconds on stage, they'll be like,
You want to remember for the
snipped
rest of your life that you did well.
yeah.
And actually, speaking of that, we actually have a topic that we do every day on this show, the Morning Rush. We have a hashtag that we post,
Yeah.
and our listeners respond. But we would like you guys to join us today
Join in.
for
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, the topic is
The topic for today is hashtag hirap maging pogi. Like, what is the downside? What is the downside to being good looking? Like the burden that you carry as a good looking guy. So, for example, the cynical optimist says nobody listens to what you're actually saying because they're just mesmerized looking at your face. Did you ever get that thing that you're talking to someone and then after you speak, they're like, oh, sorry,
What did you
did you say?
That was caught 4K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did
we caught
that ever
We caught
happen to you?
Caught
Like,
that on camera.
like you
podcast
they were just mesmerized. Like, oh, sorry, what were you saying? After all that,
enamored.
have you gotten that? Is that why you're laughing?
Have we
'Cause
gotten that? Have we gotten that, boys?
Um, for my case, I haven't been able to experience that. I think when people hear me talk, they actually do listen. I don't know if it's because like maybe the way I look and the way I talk match, or like maybe the way I talk is overpowering versus the way I look. I kind of prefer it like that way, I guess. So I haven't been able to experience that.
with a sudden attention that you've been getting, have you ever had a problem with like an overzealous fan, a stalker, or somebody's just always there wherever you go? Is that a problem for somebody who's very high profile like you guys? Oh, you did?
I mean, because I feel like a stalker inherently they have good intentions.
They're
Right.
fans.
They're fans.
generally.
They're
big fans.
hardcore fans, but I definitely had experiences where a person who knew where I was living, and you know how Filipino houses it's hot, so
Yeah.
they leave kind of the door opens, and it's like it's not very well insulated.
Right.
So there were moments where after school I wasn't. Wait, I need to be careful with the information. After I came back, and I was just chilling in the living room.
Yeah.
The person came back, and it's like like those
Inside the house?
those horror stories when they're like
Hmm.
hunting
Yeah.
like multo, and they're like and outside of the door,
Yeah.
and it's like knocking.
Like,
Hello,
hello.
Kirk, and it's like when a 360 in the bedroom, and I was literally on the floor hiding behind the couch because I was also young, so I didn't have
Yeah.
the courage to say
Scary.
like, hey, respectfully. But there's a lot of experiences actually when it comes to, especially I feel like if you like quote unquote guapo in an idealistic way. Like for me personally, like it's very easy to put us into boxes. So sometimes that's my personal experiences. When I talk to new people, I have the feeling that I almost need to justify that I'm not a prick.
A certain way, yeah.
Yeah, because they see me on my social media and they pre-assume certain values and principles that when I talk to them, I realize, oh my gosh, they already fabricated a certain narrative
Right.
to me.
Mhm.
And I feel like, oh, I'm not even talking right now as a new person to them because in their mind, I'm already this and that.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like a lot of, generally speaking, I feel like if I can generalize it, beautiful people are the opposite of naive, because I think
They're aware.
they are aware and they understand and get to know the spectrum of human behavior when they know they are desired, and that on that end sometimes it can look not as beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think people don't understand how this might look from a day-to-day life, and it's very hard to relate to that.
But speaking of that person that was standing, are you sure it was a person?
It might have been. I mean, you're from Baguio, right? So who knows? They might have followed.
Are you sure that was a
Are
human
you sure
being?
you were not on the third floor?
Did you not?
Dude,
Did you not see bat wings?
Did you not see just half the body?
tummy with thieves,
Right?
we eat your babies.
And going back to the word that was used a while ago, that was an injection. The prick when you get the injection. What?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
that word
yeah,
for people asking.
Yeah, yeah.
Injection. It hurts.
yeah.
Mm.
I remember like actually, but for me, I like it's speaking of pricks. I mean injections.
Injections.
Oh no, this is gonna
I'm
sound
so
bad.
lost. What are you talking about?
No, like injections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I find that the bigger the needle, the less it hurts.
That's true. Apparently.
Yeah.
If it's
If it's
really
super like yeah.
tiny,
Never mind.
Yeah, we went from preparing for
No,
a
no,
pageant
no, no, no,
for size of needles.
no, no, no.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
needle size is not important.
needle size is not
Okay,
important.
and
That's hashtag.
next,
Hirap maging pogi.
next, Space Witch says, lagi akong tinatanong if may pinaritoke or pina-enhance ba ako sa mukha when in fact it's all natural genes. But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal nowadays.
Yeah,
You know, like if I had something done, it's like it's not a big deal.
it's not
you
a
know?
big deal. And like
Like
before,
especially
though,
now. Before it used to be like it was a like you would make the news if he had something done. But now I think especially with the new generation,
Now it's normal.
Yeah,
And like after PBB,
people post about it, on their social media.
I mean, they make fun of you, but at the end of the day, they'll get over it.
yeah.
More publicity.
And from Space Witch, yeah, we were talking about this. You just have to deal sometimes with unwanted attention. It could be stalkers, something as grave as stalkers, or it could be something as simple as you're eating and they will disrupt your meal for a photo or something like that. So I guess it's just the attention, yeah, the extra
Extra
attention. How do you feel about people just approaching you out of nowhere for a photo? Because even with like the celebrities, iba-iba sila ng take. Like for some, it's fine. Take pictures with me as much as you want. And then
Yeah.
there are those who are like, if I'm not in the milieu of what I do, like if I'm not hosting or I'm not acting or I'm not modeling, I prefer that you not approach me. What about you guys?
This was like one of my first times ever experiencing this, where like, let's say someone came up to me. I think this was like around a year ago. Someone came up to me and asked for a photo, and I asked why, because I wasn't used to people like asking.
Asking for you.
So it was my first time. I was like, why? And then they looked like shocked, and I was like, why? It's like you're Jether, right? And I was like, yeah, but why do you want one? And then they kept on like asking, oh no, because you're this guy. And then it immediately snapped in my head. I forgot I was like on let's say on social media or
Yeah.
just during the pageant. Sometimes like I'm so split from my reality where I'd never really think about like, oh, I'm Mr. Global or I'm a model or whatever. I just think I'm just Jether. And so it was super interesting because I got shocked, but slowly but surely I got used to it. And then now I think when people ask me, I never like mind it. The only thing I will ask like that they do is like not like push and shove other people.
To get to you.
Yeah, there's been
Oh.
instances where like they hurt other people, and then that's where I was like, "Ooh, let's not do that." I think that's the one thing I guess I could ask. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. And the two tops.
The two, you greedy.
The two top entries. Because we're merging. We're merging two batches. Okay?
Okay.
So the two tops.
We know what you're doing.
No, I'm not doing anything.
28 years headliner, we know.
No. Yes. Started when I was 7 years old.
You think you all have charm? This one has the charm.
So the two tops. Usually that doesn't work. But
Sometimes it
our
does.
Tampupu and Mike
Go on, please.
Tampupu says, hirap maging pogi. Yung face card ko, never nade-decline. Pero yung credit card ko, na-decline.
Oh no.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That's a question. That is a question. You don't have to like give numbers or anything, but how is it financially, this path? What if you got some like young guys out there thinking of going to pageantry? Like, how's the financial thing going on? Do you have to shell out? Are you paid? Do you earn stuff? Like, what's the deal with the financial side of male pageantry?
yeah. As the youngest guy here that's still in college, I'm gonna advise this super important piece of advice to anyone that's wanting to join a pageant. Right, you join it not for the financial gain, but you do it for self improvement. I went on this journey,
Oh.
and that has paid off more than like a lot of things in my life. And so because I followed that path of self-improvement, that invoked job opportunity, that invoked other modeling opportunity. So if you're out there wanting to just join for the money of it, you won't get there unless you want to improve.
Mm.
That's what I have to say.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
That's a
If you
good
think
one.
about it.
Like it's more a fringe benefit more than the actual point of getting into it.
Well,
Exactly.
if you think about it as well, it's also kind of a foot in the door of what it is you want to do in the future. For example, you want to get into show business, or you want to get into like you want to be a lawyer. Sometimes you need to be presentable,
Yeah.
essentially,
Yeah.
or public
Yeah.
speaking.
Public speaking was
Right.
a huge part. Yeah.
Is it safe to assume that most of you are open to the idea of going into the entertainment business, or it's really just this?
What type of like entertainment?
I don't know.
Well,
like
up
whatever.
to you. Like it depends.
Like showbiz.
Showbiz.
Oh, you are
100%.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Same.
Showbiz is fun. It's volatile. It's interesting. You just need to know and learn that if you fall, just get up again. Yeah, just don't get into that pit. Like, try to get yourself up again.
And showbiz is could mean anything. Could mean TV, movies.
People push you down, but
music,
just get back up again.
modeling.
subscriptions,
Could be
yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
right? Influencer
Hosting.
can be an influencer.
Influ-
Yeah.
Speaking of
Influencers.
hosting, this is Kit Cortez, a professional host.
Yes, sir.
One of the best hosts. One of the.
Would you say that, like because of being a pageant king, did you get more gigs after?
Yeah. Surprisingly,
See?
yeah, I did, because
See?
the thing is, well, I because I was a host before I joined this pageant, so
Right.
I kind of expected that during the competition, I wasn't able to accept jobs as much, but thankfully the organization has provided me hosting opportunities.
Oh, that's nice.
I hosted the Miss Universe swimsuit competition in Boracay,
Oh,
yeah,
look at you. See?
and their national
Wow.
costume, the gala, and it's been an amazing, it's been an
Yeah.
amazing opportunity.
Hosting is fantastic.
It
and
is,
It
actually.
also provides a lot of that.
That
It
is
does.
true.
Especially
Yeah.
if you go into corporate hosting.
Yeah.
Jump into corporate hosting and
And on weddings,
you're set for life.
Yeah.
Weddings are good, but I've realized that corporate,
yeah,
that's where the money's at.
it is actually.
And the other top entry from Mike Ferrer, hirap maging pogi. Ang hirap to go on dating apps kasi I look so good in my photos
You're
that
fake.
people assume I'm catfishing them.
Yo, this is for the ones that
Has
does have a
this
dating
ever
app.
happened? Like for example, let's say Kurt goes on on a dating app, and then people go like, I know that person.
That's a very
That's Kurt
specific-
Bondad. I mean, like, stop lying. That's not you. Like, has that ever
Yo,
happened
Kurt,
to anyone?
what's your take on that? Because
Well, as somebody who used
used
Past
past tense?
dating apps, it's definitely a case.
Really?
However, and that's a double-edged sword because again, when you are on dating apps and you are a little bit known, will people like you for the fact of your status? And it's like the opposite of like a trophy wife, where it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking
I'm
about
dating
we're
this guy,
talking about
yeah.
the pre-assumption,
Mhm.
right? And you justify yourself like you're not, that type of person. So it certainly happens. But there are ways to, like verify who you are.
They go, send me a picture of you holding up 3 fingers.
Well, we don't
Yeah.
send pictures, of course,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we do other things. And honestly, we're just gonna be the best version of ourselves.
No, because remember, Zac Efron actually revealed before that he went on Tinder.
Went on Tinder.
And as Zac Efron, obviously nobody's going to believe him, right? And nobody believed him.
How about stories where we got catfish? I got catfish.
Oh, really?
yeah. It's like that happens also to me. Like this is what I mean. I prefer that people don't know who I am at all,
Yeah.
especially like in other countries, because you just if the person is willing to go on whatever on a date with you,
Yeah.
you can safely assume that this person is interested in who you are and not who you are in the public's eyes.
Mhm.
And this just feels a little bit more sincere because in the end of the day, we still long for human connection.
Okay.
Wait, one last question. Have you ever had a situation where you and Clint were going after, like, I guess this same girl or whatever, and you took Clint's place instead of the other way around.
I hopefully no hope not, but I don't know my brother's past when it comes to his dating scene. I know he's a very interesting guy. I really hope we haven't been,
Swapped.
I don't. Yeah, dude. A lot of people, when I started here in this industry, a lot of people thought I was
Was
Clint for
Clint.
the many, many years. And still today, I'm getting like, wherever I am in the industry, it's like, oh, it's your brother. So I really hope that I didn't, like cave expedition, the same region, like I really don't. Nah, man.
Or
I
okay,
don't
wait.
even want to visualize
Speaking
that.
of catfishing, because I know someone.
Okay, who is that? Nah.
I know someone. Who's quite popular. So, yung nilagay niya na picture online is somebody who's actually less good looking as he is. So it's like reverse catfishing.
Like what is it? Not kitty fishing.
It's
It's the other
something
one.
else. Oh. And then
Dogfish.
so that when
Catfishing.
the person saw expecting somebody else, they were like,
Oh,
the opposite of catfish, which is like, oh, it's you. So that they don't know that that's you because you're a celebrity.
You want our thoughts on this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, to be honest, okay. I don't use dating apps. Chelsea, don't worry. So what I will say is what I will say is this. I still feel like it's not justified because you're still technically lying to the person. Obviously, if you're not looking for anything serious, go ahead, lie.
What would they
Um,
look for?
What would they look for? No.
If they're
they're-
not looking for something serious, what do people look for in like dating
they're
apps?
looking for a special kind of
Intimacy
connection.
with no commitment.
They're looking for a special kind of connection. Sometimes that can entail mental stimulation. There's other areas as well that they could be looking for. But that's my thoughts on that. You're still lying, so yeah.
Okay. Since we all know Jether is into Chelsea, we're not going to ask the rest of the boys if they're taken or not. But all we'll ask is, just in case that you are single, and there are so many people out there, interested. What are you looking for in a person?
I'm looking for Chelsea. That's all.
That's why we said we're not asking Jether anymore. No, what are you looking
Aside
for?
from
Like,
you.
you know what? Whether it's a relationship, romantic, or maybe a friendship, like what kind of person do you gravitate towards?
Well, para sa akin, gusto ko lang nung maalaga na partner.
Oh,
Someone that's caring. Someone
Yeah.
that's sweet. I
Hi.
don't want the facade, the art. I don't want
Yeah.
that. I just want someone that when I go home, she's there.
Mhm.
She's ready to, cuddle
Yeah,
up.
take
Yeah,
care.
'cause I'm a very clingy guy, so I like that. What's that?
Extra service?
No,
What's
acts
that?
of service.
28 years. This dude is
No,
laying
because-
traps on us.
Because of Kirk's accent.
Acts of service.
Axe.
Bastos mo.
No. No, because of the accent. Because of the accent. Yeah, acts of service.
Acts of service. Actually, I prefer all the love languages.
Oh yeah,
It's a combination of
you're multilingual.
so, which one's my favorite? Definitely the physical one. Yeah.
Oh, physical.
I always want to cuddle up with my partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wanna be
What about the
cuddled.
others? Like, what are you looking
How about you,
for?
Kirk? What are you looking for? Fun and casual dates.
I'm looking.
Traits.
Actually, that's a safe one. I'm just looking for somebody who doesn't get attached. Because inherently, can I just be honest?
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
We're listening.
Because I don't want to contribute to female trauma in our society. And I don't enjoy when a person gets attached to me because I feel like that's the time where I need to detach myself from her. Because a woman has biological years and that's important to her.
Yeah.
And she idealizes the idea of like, oh my gosh, I need to pin that one dude down because of XYZ.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I have to be selfish right now in my time.
Yeah. And there's a time for that.
There's a time for everything.
there's
and
a time
right
for that.
now, and the thing is, I love loving, But if I feel like we're on the wrong path, I need to distance myself, and I don't, I have to be transparent upfront and very direct with that. And I feel like if somebody's too sweet, bye.
Parang it's like the complete opposite.
It's the opposite. Actually, we have different,
Oh.
preferences
Yeah.
depending on which career path we are on right
Q Freebird.
What?
Not that.
now. Why are you saying bird? What's with the bird?
No, because like
it's a
you're
song.
free. Like, it's a song.
Yo,
We're
there's a lot of
DJs.
birds right here.
Yeah, see?
Most
the
of
reason?
those are Chico's.
Chico's birds.
Chico loves
Chico's
birds.
birds.
And that's why he always wins golden birds.
Yeah.
Golden birds.
Yep.
Standard.
That's a
The
word.
golden doves.
Okay, so before we wrap things up, is there anything we'll give you like a few seconds, to say anything to the people supporting you, maybe what you're expecting or what people expect of you when you join your respective international pageant. So yeah, let's start with. Other than a love message for Chelsea, Jeff.
Can we not
Don't worry.
navigate through that again?
Don't worry. We want to wish Kenneth Kabunkao the biggest amount of
Yeah.
luck towards this competition, Mr. Super National. Kenneth, we're all here for you, brother. We're hoping for the best for you, and we know you're working super hard, and so we're supporting you all the way through. And then for the rest of us, I know that we're going to be working hard every single day for not just for ourselves, but for the Philippines. We're trying
That's
to bring
nice.
home the crowns. Back to back.
Indeed, back to back, man. We're carrying a whole nation. Everybody's looking at us. The Philippines has a huge pressure when it comes to the pageant community.
Oh, we
Either they
love
love you
pageants.
or they will snitch you out.
Period.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Anyone else?
this is a message to the fans. I think all of us are just really grateful for the absurd amount of support that you guys have been giving us. So, yeah, thank you so much for everybody that's been inviting us to their shows, especially you guys. Thank you so much for having
Thank you
us
for
here.
joining
Of
us.
course, thanks for
We have
coming.
a lot of things going on, so please
That's
just tune
true.
up on our social media. We're going to be out there for sure, and we have tons of appearances.
And stay tuned when
Yeah,
the
you guys stay
pageants, like
tuned.
especially for those who don't have dates yet for
Yeah.
their pageants.
Me.
Yeah,
Technically, and this-
make sure you tell everybody when it is so we can
yeah,
watch.
we will. How about you? What do you want to say?
So yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity that we get to speak here and know our sides of platforms, ideas.
True.
bro. But just honestly, we'd like to shout out Mr. Filipinas Worldwide, Jonas Scaffold, Voltaire, for being able to help us during this all our competitions and providing a huge platform for us. This is a coach, a host, flight attendant, a handsome man, makeup artist. We got a boxer out here as well.
No, bro,
And we have
Sales,
a
bro,
Chelsea
sales.
fan.
And we have
bro.
Chelsea
Sales
fan.
agent.
It was so fun being here on the morning rush. The setup was perfect.
Hope you guys had all of you who's listening right now. I wish you a wonderful day. Yeah. So have a blessed day. We're honored to have you. If you want to follow us, you know where we are. Just go to our Instagram on
Nice.
Mr. Filipinas. If you don't want to follow us, that's fine too. We're gonna win without you anyways.
All right, so there you go. We wish we could stay on and talk to you guys, but our time's up. And thank you so much for joining us,
Thanks for joining us.
ladies and
Ladies and
gentlemen.
gentlemen.
God bless.
Thank you so much, and watch for these guys and support when it's their turn to compete. And we'll see you tomorrow.
tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Let's leave you with "Love Me to Heaven" by the Jonas Brothers. Hope you enjoy this, and see you again tomorrow for the last day of the week.
Yay,
Only
Friday!
here on Las Ares,
To the heart.
Monster RX 93.1.